Alright, I picked up a new fuel pump for JYM, my '89 Mustang. So it's got probably the factory pump stuff down in it, so that's 30 something years old. I was looking at upgrading the pump when I did this, so what I got is the Walbro pump. I forgot how many, I think it's like the 255 or something like that. There's the pump. Stuff comes with it, instructions, all that good stuff. So this is what the pump looks like. Should be mostly a factory replacement pump. Like that, made in USA. It's good to get a good part. So I'm going to start this. One of the things I'm going to do is come over here and disconnect battery, and then I'm going to jack the rear of the car up. I got it inside. It's all nasty, rainy today anyway, so this will be a good inside job. I drove it to the tank's about a quarter down, so shouldn't be all that much to get the tank dry. Okay, so this is the strap that holds the gas tank in, one of them. Another one right there. So it comes around, and as I crawl up underneath here, we see there's one bolt for the strap right there. Got the jack kind of supporting it on one end, and actually the I can see it up in here. This is going to support it from the other side right there. This is the sending unit. That's the fuel pump. So I need to come down a little bit more on that side to drop it down. So I'll probably be working on the filler neck a little bit and get that drop down just a little bit more, and then I'll be able to get to that. Alright, I got it dropped down. So I should be able to access the fuel pump. I blew that off, you know, kind of brushed off and then blew it off with air to get all that dirt out of there so it don't drop down to the tank. So the two connectors are the quick connect connectors. I WD-40'd those, that way they'll come off easy. And I'm about to take a quick break, go sit in the AC for a little bit, cool down, and then pull that out. Okay, I was fiddling with getting the quick disconnects off, and the tank just kind of dropped out, slipped off that. That was the only thing holding on, was the filler neck. I didn't want to go this far because I knew that I'm going to have to get all the gas out of the tank to get it back up in there. But, oh well. It looks kind of dirty, so it ain't going to hurt to clean this thing up anyway. So I got the return line off, and it just come right off. So I think it's been off before, because usually it's a lot of fighting to get these things off. So I'm working on the main line now, and I'll get it drag out, and then we'll be cleaning all this dirt off, see what the bottom of the tank looks like, drain all the gas out of it. So there's a little lock ring, and it wedges up underneath these little spots right here. So I just need to go counterclockwise. Alright, it's out. I'm going to go through and blow this off again right quick after I turn you off, and then this will just lift up out of there basically. Okay, gas tank is out and drained, so I got close to 5 gallons there. Add those two together, probably 5-6 gallons, and it read a quarter tank, so it lied. So my sending unit, I'll be bending that down just a little bit. I want to clean all this up, just kind of hose it down right quick. I didn't really see any dirt down in here, so I'm just going to hose off the outside, just kind of brush it right quick, just to get all the big stuff off and get ready to put it back up in there. That looks like the stock filter. It might have been replaced at one time, but it's pretty yucky. Apparently got some crud down in there at one time, so it's definitely due for replacing that. And this stock setup did work, so I'm not going to throw it away. I'm just going to put the pump on the shelf somewhere. Okay, so here's the fuel pump assembly. It's attached by hose, a ground wire, hot wire, and it has these plates in here. So these little plates I'm going to pull off. They are a 5mm. The hose clamp is a 1/4 inch. So that's the mount. Ground, hot. And feed. Alright, I'm getting it together and I'm having trouble with the goofy little clip thing that sucks. But with this, it's fully caged in here, so the filter's not going to come off. That's what it's supposed to be for. It goes right there with some method, special tool or extreme patience. But it's contained with this little ridge here, and there's the little rubber mount that's going to go in and sit on top of that. So I'm not going to put it in. I got it bent up trying to get it in there, and I just don't think it's necessary with these two methods here holding it in. So I'll get that in, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, it's in there. I got one more 5mm to put in here. And it seems pretty secure. So I'm just going to check everything. Okay, so wires not really going up against anything. That looks free. Connections look good. Nothing's hitting in there. And this is in there pretty stable. And this can't come out because it's being held right up against there. And the little rubber hold down, there was a little tab, is also holding it down. It's bound in there. It can't come out. So I'm going to call that good. I went in and did, like this has been replaced before, I did a photo of that. And I replaced this connection here because my spade connector was too small to fit the Walbro pump. So I replaced it with one that had the heat shrink connector on there, the little pink. Well, can't see it now. But the little pink one in there is heat shrinked all the way up. And then I took another one of my little butt connectors from the kit that I got and just peeled it back, cut it in half, and I put it on each end. The heat shrink tank that I have, I was going to go over the whole thing, and I don't have heat shrink butt connectors, so I just did it like this, accomplishing pretty much the same goal. Alright, well that's how to put a Walbro pump in a Fox body Mustang, and probably work for other Mustangs as well. In the Fox genre. Okay, I had an issue with this, so I'm putting it in the video here. And that's getting the fuel pump assembly down in there. So you see my little drop light is over the little hole there. So I have light coming in. And when I was fishing it in, the fan turned off, maybe. So when I was fishing it in, I noticed in here, oh, that's a good view, the little U-shaped thing, if you drop it straight down, it wants to go to this side of it instead of dropping into that little shrouded area. So with the light there, I kind of eyeballed it and got it in there, and I had to had to just take and just, you know, get it in and spin it and spin it and spin it to get it to drop down in there correctly. So that's in there. I think it's kind of similar for the sending unit too, but no real big deal. Like I said, I just wanted to capture what I did with that. So here's kind of the angle I got going on. I've locked the pickup tube or the fill tube in there, so it's gonna hold up this side here. So I'll probably take and move the jack over just a little bit to the edge. Then I have a little more control. Hook my electrical up, and that'll be that. Put the straps on and done. And this is the fuel filter right here. It looks kind of dirty, but that's actually the shell. It comes in here, and so I know it's been replaced lately. What I'm going to look at now that I'm in here is this line is rubbing right here. So I'm going to see what I can do to route this, zip tie, whatever. So these are the kind of things to look for when you're up underneath your car, even if you're not working on that. Okay, it's all hooked up, and I put about 5 gallons of gas in it, and I'm going to see if it primes. If it primes, I'll see if it starts. Well, it did prime. Now to see if there's any leaks. Okay, no leaks. Now to see if it'll start. Alright, another project is complete. So this is something that made this car a little better. It's part of tending and keeping what's been given to me. So that's one of the things that I like to do, is to look at things as why we're here is a very important question. I think one of the reasons why we're here on this earth as humans is to create and cultivate. I didn't create this car per se, but I'm cultivating it just like a garden or anything else living. I keep working on it, improving it, maintaining it, tending it, and keeping it.